What is happening, y'all? Civic Junction Auto Salon. We got something a little special here in the shop today. 98, 99, 2000. I can't remember off the top of my head. Honda Civic Hatchback. 100% OEM stock. I'm just kidding. This is not even close. There's not a stone unturned. There is basically nothing that is unmodified on this car. Customer came in, he had some issues with the hood. There is no hood, so we're not worrying about the hood. But customer had some issues with some overspray from when it was at the body shop being painted. Some overspray got into some of the blue panels, or the blue paint under the hood as well, that I'm going to have to take care of. And it just has the typical issues coming out of a body shop. We got swirl marks, we got some buffer trails. You can kind of see it. The metallic kind of takes over from being able to see that, but you can see in some of these panels that, you know, the swirling and buffer trails. You can see that right there. It gets bad back here on the hatch, or towards the back of the car. The hatch has some of it on here. Some pretty heavy swirling, but it's all kind of hiding under the metallic finish. I have gone through and done a few test spots, so the glass will need to be polished, because whatever got onto the paint is on the glass as well. Glass will need to be polished. You can see all the buildup here. And then I've taken it off all right here. It's not really going to do anything if there's any kind of swirl marks in the glass and there's dirt on the other side, which will get taken care of. But all of this gunk or whatever is stuck to the glass has got to be polished off, so the owner can, you know, see things outside of it. I did a couple of test spots. I want to show everybody just what's going on here. Let me set this light down on trim. So the test spots that I've done, like right here, paint is nice and smooth, but this overspray is, so if I run my hand, you know, can't really hear it. Come up here, and yeah, you can hear that. That's all overspray. This is actually a clean panel, so it is definitely not supposed to make that noise. But we follow it back down here, no noise, everything looks great. But it is a bit of an intensive type of removal, because this overspray is pretty hard set into the car. So you can see where we're headed with the correction. It's just going to be a one-step correction after I get all of the overspray off the car, so it's not going to be 100% perfect, but it's going to be 1,000% better than whatever the crap that is. You know, it's just typical body shop issues. The car's been sitting around for quite a long time, and it just gets its usual love marks, its usual rub down from quick detailer and a microfiber towel whenever the owner wants to get it cleaned up. You can see right here more kind of buffer trails and swirls and stuff that's got to be cleaned up on this part of the car. But I mean, all in all, it's not in terrible condition. We're gonna get this cleaned up. There's a couple of pieces of glass, like the owner really didn't skip a step as far as what kind of quality he wants in his parts and what he's looking for. When he replaced the glass, he replaced it with Honda glass. He went OEM, so like this piece is done. The only thing that wasn't OEM was the windshield, because they just couldn't find one at the time. But all the trim is new, so we got to get that taped off and make sure that we're not digging into the trim, because I don't feel like replacing that. And then the other unique thing about this car is that I can't wash it normally, so I am doing this the hard way, the easy way, whatever. We are going to do a O&R wash, which is optimum no rinse. That means the car gets no foam cannon, no love like that. There's no outside for it. It just goes into comes into the shop, and it gets a waterless or a rinseless wash. And the reason, because you got no hood for one, no filter, no anything on the turbo, and then on the back of the headlights are open for the HID system because the seals wouldn't fit on them. So everything's got to be kind of done the hard way, which is not a big deal. I much prefer to use regular soap and foam cannon. It just makes the wash step go faster. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll get the interior cleaned up and get this thing just generally ready to hit a show at some point if, you know, the world stops ending and we get to go back to car shows and having a good time every once in a while. So that's really it for the initial inspection. See you guys on the next round. Junction Auto out.